Thank you for joining the webinar today. We're going to be talking about the Opportunities Overview and how we can help move contacts and leads through the sales funnel and help nurture those leads through the different phases to help close more high quality leads and just make that whole sales process more efficient. My name is Madison Potter and I'm excited to walk you through this and how to set up the automation and talk through how to set this up within your GreenRope CRM. If you do have any questions, please reach out to our support team. We're happy to help identify and walk you through your sales process and see how you can make it more efficient and answer any questions that you have. This webinar is going to cover an overview of how the opportunities are used within your system. We're going to walk through creating the pipeline settings and the default options for your specific pipeline. We'll create a new opportunity for the contact record. Since they are managed and organized individually, we'll walk through that for the sales team. We'll do an overview of the reporting and tracking options that you have for your opportunities. And then we'll talk about some automation and ideas on how to make this process more efficient and keep the communication when the contact moves through the sales funnel. And then any questions, you can reach out to our team as well, and we'll be happy to help answer your questions and clarify how to set this up for your business. This webinar is great if you're asking yourself, how do you streamline your sales process while also improving its effectiveness and productivity for your entire sales team? So that's what we're going to be covering today. It really helps to get an overview of how the leads are moving through the system and how successful your business is in closing those leads. To give you an overview of this process, firstly, we're going to talk about creating the settings and defining your pipeline. And then we'll go into creating an opportunity within the contact record. And then wrap up with some reporting and tracking of the opportunities. And then we'll talk about some automation ideas that you can incorporate into your pipeline to help set this up for your business processes. So firstly, an overview of the sales pipeline. Within the main contact dashboard, we wanted to make it as easy as possible for the sales team to see the contacts moving through their sales funnel. So right as they log into the account, the opportunities funnel should be a widget on the main dashboard. Right from here, you can click on the widget to get more information about the leads going through, how much they're worth. As the main account holder, you will by default have access to everyone's opportunities in your system. However, the shared access users or the sales managers will only see their specific opportunities that they are managing. A lot of the charts that I'm going to be showing you today do have this 3 horizontal icon. When you click on that, you can print the chart, download images, CSV, Excel files, or just view the table data. So anytime you see that icon, you can extract this chart for your reports offline. Also, a lot of the charts that I'm going to be showing you, once you do click on them, it pulls up a list of additional information and specific contacts associated with the chart elements. So you'll see an overview of who the contact is, where they are in the sales pipeline, additional information. You can click to go into that contact record right from here as well. And then right at the bottom of this list should be an option for you to view the CSV file or open in an Excel file as well. So this is all accessed right through the main dashboard, and that's what we're going to be setting up today. So to set up the sales pipeline, this is going to be within the opportunity settings. These settings are only for the main account holder to access and use, but the shared access users can see all of their related opportunities. So within the main account, click on the settings dropdown and select opportunities. These are the different options that you have to set those default values to use throughout your system. The first one is the phases available. This is important as it defines the different stages that the opportunity goes through from the beginning of your funnel all the way to the end. By default, these will be ordered in the number here, but you can create as many phases as you like. All the phases created would be stored here and can be managed through this section as well. The phase names will help identify the different sections within your sales funnel. And by default, you need to have 2 phases, which include the closed deals lost and then the closed deals won. This helps the system track, or your business track, how successful your team is in getting contacts all the way to the end of the funnel and closing those deals. You can automatically set a percentage for the contacts to close. So for example, a closed deal 1 is 100%. So if you are creating a new opportunity for the contact and you set this phase to closed deal 1, it will automatically finish out that opportunity and have 100% close rate. So you can specify that by clicking on the edit option and working with that. Activating workflows allows you to set up the automation behind when a contact goes into the new phase within your pipeline. We'll talk about that a bit later in the automation, but it will be within the automation dropdown. This is where you'll create those workflows, which you can then insert into this section here. The checklist items allow your business to, or your sales team, to check options associated with the phase number before they can move to the next phase in your pipeline. So they will need to confirm that they have done these 4 or 5 options, and then they can move to the next one, and that will be created in this section as well. The stagnation tab helps you identify if contacts and leads are not moving through the sales funnel as efficiently as they should. Within this section here, you would click edit, and then you can specify the amount of time that an opportunity should be within a given phase. We'll talk about more of the reporting in the next section. This is where you will set up those warning days to notify the sales manager that their leads are not successfully moving through the funnel as they should. The phase paths is probably one of my favorite features in this section because it allows you to create as many individualized sales funnels within the same account. So if your business offers different products or services, you can create unique pipelines for each of those options. So how that works is you would use the phases that you have created in the first tab, and then you would specify each of the sales pipelines from start to finish here and create a new path for your contact. You can have an unlimited amount of paths within your account for each of the services or products that you're offering. The sources section allows you to identify and keep track of how the contact moved into your sales funnel. So you would click edit, you can add or remove any of the sources options here. And this will help later on when you're doing the reporting and you want to see which opportunities came through which sources. The products catalog in this tab here helps you identify that each opportunity can have multiple products associated with it. So a product is defined as an item or service that you're selling to the lead. And this section is where you'll define all of the products that you are working with. Each opportunity here, you'll click edit to add any of the product catalog. You will specify the product or service that you are selling and working with. You can set a default value. So this will help when your sales team is adding in opportunities. they can just check the box and all this default information will populate in the contact record, in the invoices, and all that here. Default value, then you can also specify if they are on a specific path or if they're associated with all the opportunity paths as well. And then you can also have a default description that you want to populate when you're working with these products in the opportunities. The quotas allows you to set targets for your salespeople and kind of keep track on if they're meeting their goals. These sales quotas can be defined by month, quarters, or year. They can also have the monetary value associated within the settings section as well. All of the custom fields that you want to associate directly with your opportunities can be created within the custom fields section here. So they're very similar to the contact user field section, but these opportunities are specific for the sales pipeline. So you'll create a new opportunity field, and then you'll identify the field type, which would be, for example, select one, checkbox, do you want to be an open field, text field. So this all helps you collect more information regarding the opportunity that you are building and working with. You can also identify if you want it to be specific to a phase path that you have, or make it available to your entire team's sales funnel overall. So this is just a way to gather that additional information that you're working with and have custom fields inside your opportunities. And then also on the contact settings, you're able to import a list of your opportunities to help mass update or create new opportunities or create new contacts or move them into the group. You can do that within this section here. An important note about the import is there is a CSV format layout that you want to follow. For example, you need to have your title, who it's assigned to, who is it managed by, the quality. So all of those headings listed here would need to be their own column in the CSV file. Once you go to this page, there's more details about each of these options, so you can learn more about the different items. But please note that you must not include a header row in the import. It must strictly just be the opportunities that you are importing per row, and then each of these items in each column. The way the system tracks the unique opportunities is by the title. So make sure that your titles are unique for each opportunity. Otherwise, the system is going to think it's the same opportunity and it's going to update the current opportunity as well. So if you are wanting to update a current opportunity, you would use the exact name. But if it's a brand new opportunity, make sure that the title is unique. Once you've created the settings or uploaded any of the contacts or opportunities in the last section, this creating a new opportunity would be more for the sales team starting here. So since each opportunity is individually tracked and created, you can do that right within the contact record. So within the contact record, go into the CRM Activities tab. You'll click on the Add Opportunity option here, which will pull up a list of all the items that you have created within your settings. You'll identify the opportunity title, who is this opportunity managed by, what is the quality or source of the opportunity, you can specify that here. You will identify if they are associated with a particular path or product, or also where they're starting in your sales funnel. What phase is this contact starting from would be identified here as well. The product catalog options that you created within your settings would be displayed here, And by checking the different options, the system would automatically update the value and profit icon or options associated with the boxes that you checked. You'll identify if you want to do a percentage value for chance to win, and then the different dates associated with this opportunity. So when is the proposal due? When is it expected to close? And then if you're working with fulfillment, what is the fulfillment date range that this opportunity is going to start and end through? If you scroll down on this page, you'll be able to add any additional notes, links, images, or anything else associated with the contact in the notes section here. And then you can also associate this specific opportunity with an additional contact in your system. So if you're working with a couple people, but the same opportunity, you can add those additional contacts here. So once you save the opportunity, it will display within the contacts record right on the top of all of their actions. It would have a star icon to the left of the opportunity box. This is just a quick overview of what you'll be seeing, and then you can also create a new quote or invoice right from this section. You can also add notes, comments, or anything for your team to review. And then you can click to edit to go back into that list of items to update or add any additional information that you need. So once all those contacts would be created in new opportunity, you can go through the tracking and measuring how the contacts are moving through the system. The first way would be within the main dashboard that we showed you earlier, which is just a quick overview and dive a little deeper into the information. For more of the analytics, you would go into the contacts dropdown and select reports. And this area shows you more of the sales and marketing related reports on how that contact is moving through the system. Within the Opportunities tab of this section, you can see the different stages of the sales pipeline and the contacts within each of those stages. This section also shows you the different variables that you have set up. So you can create reports based on the phase time, its movement, its sources, the products that you are working with, the quality of your leads, the percentage of closes, what active pipelines are happening, how many closed deals or timelines or date movements are happening. You can see a history timeline of all the opportunities that have come through your sales funnel. You can also do forecasts for the 10 days or even a long range overview forecast of what has been happening in your company and your business over a certain period of time. So this is a lot of detailed tracking in this section here. So once you click on the opportunities, you will see some filtering options to help you streamline this list. You can identify which group, which manager, and which date closes and range you want to work with. You can also set contact filters, so you can identify specific contacts based on demographics or geographics or any of that information within the filtering of the contacts. And you can also show the different phase paths that you have set up. By default, it's going to show all of the sales funnel paths that you have created, but you can identify a specific product or service offering that you have created here as well. All the different charts here will show you more reports, and you can click on a lot of these charts to drill into the details. For example, the products option here gives legends. You can click within the legend and it's going to manipulate the graph to show you only the information that you're working with. What these charts also do is allow you to zoom in. So by highlighting a date range, for example, in the forecast, you can highlight the date section you're looking for, and it'll zoom in the graph to show you just that date range. So click within the graph, you can identify the different chart elements and customize it And then you can download any of those reports from the three horizontal burger icon on the top right. If you scroll down on this page, you'll see where the burger icons for the download and extracting of this information. Otherwise, you can also just export all of the opportunities that you are showing here from the button on the top right. If you scroll down onto this page, you'll see all the other options for you as well for the reporting. And if you click on any of the chart elements, it's going to show you the specific contacts associated with that specific sales funnel area. And then you can also view this in CSV or open all the information in Excel. Right below a lot of the charts, it shows you how many people are in the timeline or the pipeline, how many deals have been won, what's your percentage of close rate, your win rate, and your loss rate. So right below a lot of the charts is a very brief breakdown of what's happened in your pipeline thus far. Right below, your sales team would be able to see the different phases available. What is the activated workflow? What are the checklist items? As well as the phase path that have been created within your account. They won't be able to access or edit this information as this is done within the settings opportunity section of the account, but it is visible here so everybody understands what is set up in their account. Another way for reporting would be within the contacts option to click on opportunities. This section gives you more of the drag and drop Kanban board workings. And then you also can see a list view of just all of the opportunities that you have access to. Within this section, the first option is the Kanban. This also allows you, like all the others, to set up filters for what group you're working on and who is managing the contacts. You can create filters for the creation dates or close dates, as well as identify the opportunity phase path that you're wanting to specify. You can print, export, and import opportunities into this page as well. Along the bottom right above the Kanban board titles, these titles are what are specified within your settings opportunities section of the phases available. And if you click on any of the opportunities, you'll get more information. Otherwise, you can drag and drop them into the new sales phase path or phase that you want to add this new lead into. So this is a very drag and drop section where you can pull contacts between and move them between the sales funnel and then activate workflows as they move to the next section if you want. The next option is the list. This just shows you a detailed overview of all the contacts within your sales pipeline, what their company, their name, who is managing them, who is created, date range. You can set up the filters along the top to identify if it's the entire sales funnel or just a specific pipeline that you've created, and as well as the date range as well. You can quickly search for a contact. Otherwise, the headings are going to be associated with those that you have created inside the settings opportunities section and those defaults that you have set up in there. So an overview of all that we just talked about in terms of setting up the opportunities would first be to start within the opportunity settings. You would define the sales pipeline there, and this is within the settings dropdown in the opportunities option. Next, you'll add an opportunity. You can either mass import it through any of the import options in the opportunity. Otherwise, for your sales team, they will individually create and manage each opportunity within the Edit Contact CRM Activities section of the account. The opportunity reports will only start showing once you have at least one opportunity within your account. To view the reports, you can either go to Contact Reports or Contact View to access the Opportunities options. And then we will walk through a little bit more about triggering the automation. And these will be to add triggers for the phases of your sales pipeline. So connecting automation when your contacts move between the different phases of your pipeline. The automations are stored within the Workflow Manager, and workflows are the hub of the automation throughout your CRM. Basically, what you'll do is you'll go into the Workflow Manager and create all of your workflows, and then we'll go into the opportunity settings and add those to the different phases. To help get you started with this option here, you can click on the Help section on the top right, and there are a couple helpful articles. Otherwise, we do have other webinars or videos, so reach out to our team and we can definitely share this with you. It will also be accessed in that Help section as well, along the left. Otherwise, you can click on the Guide Me icon to walk you through creating your first workflow. When setting up those workflows, some ideas that you can set up within it, we will walk through in just a second. But once you've created all those workflows, you will go into the Settings Opportunities section, click on Edit next to the phases available, and then identify the workflow that you want to activate for this option. And then save the options to make the workflows active. Some ideas for automation that we can review. For example, you can move or add contacts from a group. So you can add these contacts into a specific group for target content, for your sales reps to follow up, to streamline. Moving contacts between groups is a really great way to help filter and sort them. You can set up alerts for your GreenRope users to identify them of the movement of the prospects through the sales funnel. So if your sales managers know what's happening with their leads, they have a better insight in how to close those opportunities. A great idea to keep in mind might be to send the contacts along a journey. The journeys features within the automation dropdown as well, and it allows you to send your prospects down a custom path, which helps to segment, filter, and send customized content for a better customer experience. It's a great feature in general. I would definitely suggest looking into it, as it really allows you to set up a custom path that you want your leads and prospects or even clients to go down. You can also use the automation to update contact information by add or editing user fields within the contacts record. And this just helps you to maintain updated information to better understand and nurture your leads. You can deliver documents and emails to the contacts. Within the workflows, you can set up to send a document or email when they move into a new sales phase within the pipeline. And basically what the automation is designed to do is to stop leads from getting stagnant and opening up that line of communication. So by sending emails or notifications, you can set up follow-up CRM activities, or even just the stagnant alerts, all help moving the contacts through the sales funnel and helping you close more leads. If you do have any questions regarding the opportunities, please reach out to our team over at support@greenrope.com or review the help section, and we'll be happy to help identify different options that might work for you or provide more clarification on any features that you're interested in.